Yes, it's true, the final weigh-in. But that's not because I'm getting rid of the bike or anything. It's just because this is how light this bike will ever get. It will actually only get heavier from here. As crazy as that sounds, but I will get into that at the end of the video if you're interested. I thought it would be fitting to document that last weight before we go in the wrong direction. So I thought I would start with the heaviest mode, the gravel mode or the gravel gorilla. But just to give some context to all those numbers, I will just go over the parts real quick in name and model. And if you want to know more about any specific part on the bike, I made a lot of videos about, most of the parts in here. So those will be linked down in the description if you want to go more in depth. So all the three modes share most of the components apart from the wheels and some other small bits and pieces. So just to go over this real quick, the cockpit is the Extralite Hyperstem 120 millimeters. The handlebars are the 3T Super Giaia 40 millimeters. The saddle on here is the Berk Lupina, the best saddle in the world for my ass, sitting on top of a Darimo T2 seat post and a Darimo seat clamp. The crank is the beautiful THM Clavicula SE, run as a 1x with a 42 cassette from Bluetooth. That PYC chain goes back to an XT11 to 42 cassette, slightly modified with a 12 tooth cog in there. The rear mech is the XTDI2 and the pedals are the Shimano XTR Pedals. Now, of course, what makes this the gravel mode is the wheels and tires, and these are the DT Swiss XMC 1200 650B or 27.5 inches. On top of those rims, we have the Gravel King SS 1.9 or 48 millimeter wide semi-slick tires. But not to forget all the small details. All the unused bottle hose are nylon screws. In here we have some light stuff as well, but I will leave that because people get angry at me. Now, since we are focused around this UCI weight limit, we need to accept the UCI rules as well. So I don't want to see anyone going around weighing their bike without pedals. You're not fooling anyone. Well, it's your life, you can do what you want. So as one do, I'm gonna take my little on-bike bike weighing kit that everyone, I assume, carries with them on every ride, right? Now let's weigh this thing. Yeah, so 7.48 kilos in the gravel mode. I know, nothing really special, so I think we'll just move on to the next mode. So the all-road mode, this is the mode I use most of the time, or the mode that the bike is in most of the time, unless it's on the trainer. And this is for my long all-day rides, the long exploring rides. Those kinds of rides where you don't really know what kind of roads you're gonna encounter. Most of the time it is tarmac here in Japan, no matter where you go. But if you run into some gravel here and there, I'm pretty confident that these wheels and tires are robust enough for pretty much anything that I will encounter. So it's basically the same as the gravel mode, apart from the wheels and tires, of course. But just because this is the all-road mode, it doesn't mean that these wheels are heavy at all. If you've seen my original video about these Farsports fader wheels on DT Swiss 180 hubs, you know they are pretty damn svelte. And paired with these Gravel King 35s, which are also ridiculously light for the size. Disc rotors on these wheels are the same model XTR center locks that are on the gravel wheels. For the most time, I'm also on the XTR pedals on this all-road mode, because you never know on those adventure long all-day rides. There might be some walking involved, and and I rather have my mountain bike SPDs than the SPD SLs, even though they are a bit lighter. But compromises. So the all-road mode, or the all-road Armadillo, 6.845, 45 grams from that UCI weight limit with 35mm tires. I'm pretty happy with that. I actually have the same heavy XT cassette that I had on my gravel wheels, and if I put my XTR cassette on this one, I will get to just that 6.8 magical limit in all-road mode. And I gotta say, I'm pretty damn happy to get to that weight in this quote-unquote heavy mode. But as good as that is, I think it's time we move on to the main event of the evening or noon. Up, I saw you reaching for the keyboard there, but I beat you to it. 2.5 grams. Yeah, baby. So the mountain mode, the hill climb chipmunk. My Extralite Cyberdisc wheels are on, and every time I put these on after I've ridden the heavier wheel sets, I'm amazed at how damn light the bike feels. Amazing. I'm currently running Pirelli P0 TLR 28mm tires. The cassette is the XTR 11-40, and the disc rotors are still the Hope floating rotors, which I love. Not the lightest, but goddamn, they stop me well. So, the weight then. So 6.6 kilos in the end. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with that for a gravel frame. That's not even the lightest model. But at the same time, I'm kind of sad that this is the end. I know if I put my mind and my wallet into it, I probably could save another couple 100 grams. But like I said in the beginning, this is as light as it will get. And the reason is the last couple of months I've been thinking, and I've been really wanting to take on a new bike build. And looking around on different frame options, I couldn't really find anything that would be a direct replacement for this. So instead of that, I'm actually going to most likely abandon this one bike philosophy I've been having the last 10 years. So I'm gonna keep the Open as a gravel bike and an adventure bike and bikepacking and stuff like that. And the plan is to build up another pure road bike, climbing focused frame to pour all my money and madness into. That means though I can't really keep two frames at this top spec level. I need to take some stuff off this frame to put on the new one, like the Dura Ace levers and the crank, for example. Luckily, I still have my Eastern crank, and I think I can find some nice deals on some second-hand Di2 stuff to transfer over to the Open. The new frame is 95% decided, but of course, I can't reveal that now. That should be its own video. Hopefully, I will have something to show you in the middle of December, and then start messing around and building some new stuff. I can't wait. I said it before, but as much as I like riding my bikes, building bikes and tinkering with them is a pretty close second in terms of fun. Of course, the goal is to get the pure road bike lighter than this 6.6, but I have a feeling I might be able to pull it off. And it's not a Specialized. I think we could just leave it at that. If you want to see more of this madness, well, I guess I will see you in the next one. Peace!